Welcome back. We're loving this series. Well, it is time once again for the second edition of our series, Neighbor Nightmares. And today, it's Kendall's turn to share her story about the mysterious broken fence.
I love how you read that. It was funny. This all came about because you were talking about your issue with the dogs in your building. And right after, at the exact same time, I was like, Jason, something crazy just happened to me too. Jordan and I just got back from Florida, as a lot of you know. We were gone for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And the first day we were there, Jordan goes, your sister voice texted me like a 2-minute message. I'm like, I wonder if that was an accident. Oh no.
That ain't good, girl.
No,
that ain't
and
good.
In her message, she says, I didn't want to tell Kendall. I thought you should tell her because you'd be a lot more gentle about it, but your fence is broken.
Yeah.
And Jordan's like, what do you mean? So she sent us some photos. I know that we have just one of this is the inside.
Oh
of
my
our
goodness.
fence. So we live on an alley, right? It's a short alley. People drive through it often. There are 5 driveways, okay?
Okay.
Mine and my neighbors, the ones behind us and the other people's, and then there's one sort of in the middle where about 8 different vehicles park. It's a lot of vehicles in one little spot, and that's where our fence is. So you have to get pretty close to pull out and get out.
Yeah.
So we're going, I don't know who else could have done this if it wasn't this driveway. And my sister said, yeah, I think I heard something too. We talked to said neighbors.
Yeah.
They have said they have no idea how that could have happened. And I said, because one of you backed into it. What do you mean?
What did you really? Was there
Jordan
screaming?
won't let me talk to them yet. I'm not allowed. So this is how I guess I'm doing it. But he is going to handle it as, the personal injury attorney, car accident man that he is. So.
Jordan is Colin in that situation because Colin would not let me.
No.
Because I would go off.
Yes.
And Colin constantly has to remind me,
to
Jason, Jason, you're a public person.
Yep.
You probably shouldn't be yelling at people in public.
I always say,
even though they deserve it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm always like, just let me know when you want the kid gloves to come off. Because like, Mama's ready.
Because can I speak for the crew? I watched everybody's faces. When the photo came up, Floor Director Evan made like a bowling reference. It looks like a bowl or a bowling ball went through your...
And the way that it is it would be perfectly placed for a pickup truck if you would back in and accidentally hit it and then come back out.
I love that Kendall did like forensic.
I did.
Like you did tire track tracing.
It just seems odd. I'm like, I've seen a pickup truck the same shade as the color on my fence at your house before. So it's really funny that you don't know how this happened.
Holy law and order. Look at that.
Well,
I have an update from mine from yesterday.
Yes, I've been waiting.
So I told you about the neighbors. And this is relatable to, I know a lot of you that live in condo units, the neighbor that waits in the vestibule, opens the door and lets the dog out because God forbid she and he get cold.
In Minnesota.
In Minnesota, lets the dog out with no leash. Well, so I did the segment here. I posted a strongly worded post on our building Facebook page. Colin called me this morning. She did it again. She did it again.
No!
She did it again.
More
like, you live in a condo building in downtown Minneapolis. Go out and clean up after your dog. Or 2 things. Don't have a dog or get a house with land where you can open the door and let your dog run free. How about them? How do you like them apples?
Dummies.
Anyway, tomorrow, our neighbor nightmare stories continue. Producer Ted talks about the woman who lived below him. As we said in the meeting, it sounds like Ted in a Lifetime movie.
It does.
With Meredith Baxter. And if you have a great, funny neighbor story, let us know on our social media pages. We may be reading some comments tomorrow or Thursday. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Speaking of Ted, Ted's up next. The woman who lived below him.